we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and today we are cleaning cards for grading purposes for our 6th shipment into PSA. This is part 4. We've cleaned 12 cards, then 12 cards, then 11 cards, and we have our last 11 cards here. That's 46 cards going away to PSA. That's what will be sent out this Monday. It's Saturday now. This video will be up Saturday night. It's already Saturday night. It's Saturday evening. It'll be up Saturday night. As soon as I finish filming this 4th part, I'll post all 4 of them. And so yeah, and then Sunday I'll be packaging. No, I can't package because I need a printer, which we'll get Monday. I have to borrow a friend's printer because my printer is printing. It says it's full of ink, and yet there's printing as if it's no ink. So gotta wait till Monday. But Monday we'll be printing and shipping out. It'll go out essentially Tuesday morning because I'll drop it off at a post office Monday night. And that means sometime mid-August we should be getting these back. Go watch the other 3 videos because I may bring up things I've said in those videos, especially with the Bowman U cards and stuff like that. But let's now clean the last 11 cards and discuss why I'm sending these cards individually, each one. Most of the time it's basically the same conversation. It just depends. I mean, we say there's like 6 different things, and it's like I open this set or I open this set, and this is the card we got out. We opened Bowman U. We have sent in the first 3 videos. We've sent the first quarterback, the 3rd quarterback, 2nd quarterback. It wasn't in the and I'm saying this having the draft having not happened yet, but we're assuming Cam is going as first. We're assuming that Sanders is going second. We're assuming that Dart is going the 3rd quarterback. So we're sending Cam and Dart to get graded. We have Ashton, the number 1 running back. We have Omarion, who's the number 2 running back. We have a lot of different people. But if they were first round picks and they were first Bowman cards, although 2 of them I messed up and they weren't first Bowman cards, so I wouldn't have sent them if I had been thinking about it, but I wasn't thinking about it. Now, James Pierce, when I started doing this, I had him as a lock first rounder. The more I look and the more I search, the more I realize that there's a chance that he's not a first rounder. Although, again, if you listen to those other videos, I am still a month-ish behind, and I'm listening to podcasts, so maybe things have changed since then. But they're talking about him in the podcast that I'm listening to as a fringe first rounder, high 2nd round pick. So this may have been a waste. At the same time, if it ends up going to one of those people, it happens a lot, where they're the 26th pick and they let someone trade back in the 1st round, so their first pick is actually the 4th pick of the 2nd round, and they pick this guy, and this is their first pick of the draft, even though it's a 2nd round pick. It kind of still could work out like a 1st round pick. Fan base will want him as their 1st round pick, even though it was a 2nd round pick. So there's still potential those high 2nd round picks to be valuable. All right, so here on the previous video, we had a Jamar Chase Illusions. We talked about the cheap rookies. We talked about it a little with that Jamar Chase because it was an Illusions. We also talked about it a little with the Jalen Hurts because they were Chronicles. I had to look. I forgot the name. But they had the Chronicle cards. So anyone who collects the Chronicles knows you buy Chronicles, and the good thing about Chronicles is it has a base set there where you have some veterans in it, but a lot of the rookies. And then it has 7, and I'm making numbers up, but 7 different subsets, and all the subsets are all rookies. So it starts out, 1 through 100 or whatever. But then the numbering just keeps going. This is number 183. It's part of the full set, but everything after 100 is a 20 card set of rookies. So there are 6, 7, 8 different Jamar Chases in the Chronicles boxes. And because of that, and because it's all rookies and very few veterans, only in the base set, the the chances of getting those rookies are so much higher. There's so many of them. It's not nearly as valuable as if you bought Prism trying to chase Jamar Chase. Plus, there's 20 cards in a pack or something like that, as opposed to 4 cards in a pack, like with Prism. So these are a lot less valuable. But as I've said with those others, whether it be because I want to keep it myself or if I want to trade it away, if a guy becomes so big, Patrick Mahomes big, Tom Brady big, or whatever, that you have one of the cheapy rookies graded, go out right now and try to find the cheapest graded 10 Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes or Mike Trout or Shohei Ohtani. Try to find their cheapest 10 PSA 10 rookie, and it doesn't matter that it came from a cheap set. You're still paying tens of hundreds of, sometimes thousands of dollars. Probably not thousands, but definitely hundreds of dollars. And if Jamar Chase keeps going the way he is, this card, if it comes back at 10, is only a $30 card. And I don't know, I haven't looked it up, but it's only a $30 card because it's cheapy. But at some point, even buying the Chronicles boxes are going to cost $500 for a Chronicles box, because you know you're getting a Jamar Chase rookie in there. So we'll keep grading those cheapy rookies just to make sure we have them available when we want them. All right. As again with the others, we did the 87 Dunross set. We've done 2 Mattingleys. We've done a Bo Jackson. We've done a Greg Maddux. Now we have a Mark McGuire. To me, this is the biggest card of the set. I don't know from a price standpoint if the Bonds is more valuable or the Bo Jackson is more valuable. To me, this is the card, but I could be wrong. I can see right here that corner is white. And I keep saying I'm going to get better at detecting it and not sending in things that aren't going to get a 9 or a 10 or, whatever. But I'm not there yet. I'm not there, not because I can't detect it. Just one, it's really a 2-part thing. One, I'm so excited about the cards. I'm just doing them and I'm getting them in. And this time I ended them in the computer before I did the cleaning. If I had done the cleaning first, okay, that's not even on the card. I saw a white dot there, and I was like, please don't tell me there's a white dot, but that's on the holder. If I had done the cleaning first, I would have seen some of these problems and changed out cards. But they're already in the computer. I can't really change out the cards at this point, so we're just going to send them. But the other thing is, I want one of these cards. I want a baseline. There are cards that, if I know they're not a 10, they're not worth sending. Let's say this. This is the next card. If I could see damage to this card, it's a base Caleb Williams, tops. It's not licensed. Probably not worth sending if I know it's going to be a 9 or less. And I'll get to the point where that's what I'm talking about. But something like this, I want it up on my wall. I have his 87 Fleer, the update card. I have it up there as a 7. And I see it right there. It's right there. It's part of my top 35 cards. And I'm going to get some more, and I'm going to try to get an 8 or a 9 or a 10 and keep upgrading. This needs to go up there as a base. Once I get it up there, this comes back a 7. I have a 7. Then I can try again for an 8 and 9 and a 10. But I want it up there. This is an iconic card for me, for my personal nostalgia and what I've collected in my life and stuff. So, all right. So here's the Caleb Williams Topps Chrome. We opened Topps Chrome. It was fun. I really liked the Topps Chrome. We got several cards out of the Topps Chrome. We got a Caleb Williams insert that we're sending. We got a Jaden Daniels of the same insert set that we're sending. We're sending a Bo Nix rookie base like this Caleb Williams rookie base. We're also sending a Um, what's the name of the wide receiver for the Xavier Worthy? I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Xavier Worthy, pink throwback 1974 rookie. So quite a few of these Topps Chromes going. This is a case of one. I'd like to get these back before football season. These guys are going to be, just like last year, CJ Stroud was the big name going into the season. These young rookies that look like they're going to take a step forward are going to be the ones that are big going into the season. And I don't have any attachment to any of them. So these are all sellable to me. So I want to get them done. It's also a fairly new set, so there are no graded cards of these out yet. They may be out today, but they weren't when I was picking these cards. They didn't know there was none on eBay yet. So being there first and selling early is something I want to do, and something new, and something eventually I'm going to get into, buying products as soon as they come out, pulling them, opening them, and sending them immediately as part of the plan, so we can have those first run before anyone else. Not the expensive stuff. I'm not going to be able to do it with Prism, but I can do it with Topps Chrome or whatever. As long as the blasters are $35, $40, I can buy 2 blasters and say whatever we pull from this, we're sending. So that's going to be part of the plan. They came out today. Let's go to the store, pick them up, open them, and send them out so that we get the first ones on eBay. Max Clark, we talked a little about Max Clark earlier. We're also sending the first Bowman for Jack Cazzanioli. I can't ever say his name. But that was a card that was given to me by Bartender Shane. Clark and Jack, we're going to call him because I can't say his last name, are 2 of the big prospects that are really being hunted at this point. They're top guys. Max Clark is like the number 5 prospect in all of baseball. This is his first Bowman. He's going to theoretically be big at some point. Now, does he fail out? Possibly. But even if he fails out, there will be a point that his cards will go up and up and up until it's any case of them maybe calling him up just to, all right, the season's over, let's call him up and get him some big league his cards will go up. So having it and getting it done, there are three types of cards we send. That's the largest type, is that. And that's what this whole system is again. Remember, every one of the cards in here, get them done so that when they hit the whatever big deal going on, got named to the All-Star team. Okay, well, we have a card graded for them. Let's do it. All right, so this one here is a Shaq USA Basketball International Skybox. Yeah, Skybox, number 384 of 1994. The card is a 1994 card. That's why they numbered to that. It comes with a certificate of authenticity. Just like, I don't even know why I took it out. Just like the other Shaq card we did that had a certificate of authenticity. It was a 23 karat gold card. We're not going to touch that card. We're not going to risk damaging the autograph. We're not going to risk damaging anything. We're going to leave as is, send it like that, and hope for the best. All right. So this card here is one of the cards since I've started sending way back when. I am the most excited to send. Now, I have one still in my factory set, and we haven't gone through that factory set yet, but once I get to it, I'll send another one in. But this is Bo. Everyone knows this card. It's one of the most famous cards of the 90s. My concern here, as great as a card as it is, you can see the whole thing is shifted down and to the right. This is thinner than that. This is thinner than that. So I can't imagine we're getting a 10 on this. I suspect it'll come back a 9 because of centering. But, I could be wrong. Back centering doesn't seem to matter as much, but you can see that the top and the bottom centering here is definitely not in line either. So we'll see how that pans out. This seems pretty clean. I'm not going to pull this out either. Don't want to mess anything up. That's just a nice card. All right, this one we did on, I think this is the only, no, it's not the only, we did a Jim Thome as well. We did the 1992 Upper Deck set. And we pulled a couple cards out from that. I have a Manny Ramirez rookie right here. That's a Manny Ramirez rookie from that set. I have some others, but they didn't make it into the top 35 cards there. But I have decided I have the Nolan Ryan in a 10. I have the Jim Abbott in an 8. I need to get a better Jim Abbott. I have, I don't have it, but we've done the Joe Montana. I'm going to do the Joe Montana. I'm going to buy the 91 hockey. I'm going to buy another 91 football. And this is a 92. There's also a Wade Boggs one somewhere. And I'm going to get all these. I'm going to find the list of all the pictured, tri-photo Upper Deck cards. And I think I'm going to try to get them all in 10 at some point. So we're going to send this off. Big Ken Griffey Jr. fan, and this one looks in good condition. The corners and size and every aspect of it looks good. The only thing I didn't really check was the hologram, and that even looks good. It is his third year card. It's 92, 89 is his rookie, so 90, 91, 92. It's his fourth year card actually. So it's not like we're doing it because it's an early card of his. It's just because of the try. And, you know, I do a lot of Griffeys. I'm a big Griffey fan. I think Griffey is my number 2 guy. You know, I talk like Nolan Ryan is, but I think it's more of a Nolan because he's older. He has more of those older cards to search for. When I'm going through 87 or 82 or 83, he has cards there, whereas Griffey don't. But Griffey is really my second favorite player of all time. All right, then we got another Bowman U. Like I said, a lot of Bowman U because this is gonna be. It was supposed to be. I was gonna try to get it back before the draft. Now, the thing is, the one I did get out didn't even get back by the draft. That's still a month away, so they're so backlogged it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But the picking of these was get them out before the draft, and the one when the pick happens, get them up. But this is Luther Burden the 3. This is a wide receiver that is considered 4 or 5. I've seen him sneak into the first round. I've seen him mocked to the Bucks. I believe the time I saw him mocked to the Bucks traded down with someone and then picked him later. I'm not exactly sure if that's what happened, but that's what I think happened. This is, I'm starting to believe, is a second round wide receiver, not a first round wide receiver. That being said, I don't believe there's going to be as many first round wide receivers as we've seen in the recent past, and I think he'll be still one of the top 5 wide receivers. And as we've seen with, you know, the Brian Thomases of the world, top 5 wide receivers can really pan out and do well. So it is a first Bowman. We're going to, because it's skill position, the only positions that I would go into the second round or whatever would be quarterbacks, wide skill positions, running backs, because they have so much more flexibility to still be worth something. The other ones, you'd have to, you know, a second round linebacker, you probably have to wait for him to pan out for that to really pay off. But all right, then we got going back to the 1985. We opened this a while ago. In fact, we've already gotten back the Kirby Puckett in our second. Was that our second shipment or was that our first shipment? That might have been our first shipment. The Kirby Puckett came back in 9, and in the 5th shipment, the one that should be coming back in a month, we have Don Mattingly's in that shipment. So now we're sending the Nolan Ryan. See, like I said, in 85, there's a Nolan Ryan. There's no Ken Griffey Jr. And that's why it seems like Nolan Ryan's my second favorite. Because I'm always talking Nolan Ryan, always sending these older Nolan Ryans. Once Ken Griffey Jr. gets past his rookie year, now we're into the 90s. and it's like, is it really worth sending a 1992 card, even a 92 Nolan Ryan? I put it there, but it never comes up. It keeps sliding further and further back in the box the more stuff I open. So it's more of a situational thing. I talked a little about Greg Maddux earlier when we cleaned the Greg Maddux 87 rookie. Greg Maddux is actually, I like Greg Maddux more than I like Nolan Ryan. But not from a collecting standpoint. From a collecting standpoint, Nolan Ryan is more my guy. He's my number 3 from a collector. But my starting pitcher in my all-time team is probably Greg Maddux. So it's kind of weird how that works. All right, we talked a little about this as well in one of the earlier videos. We opened a mosaic for What's in the Box Wednesday, and I pulled a Graham Barton. It was one of the few mosaics I pulled. That was the mosaic blasters we opened. We got almost nothing worth anything in there. Those were the worst breaks I don't want to call them breaks, but openings we've had. And this was one of the few mosaics we pulled, and it just happened to be the Bucks' first round pick from last year. So from a standpoint of, I have one of these frames, well, it's not up yet, but I have one of these frames going on my wall that is just Buck players, and I have one going on that's just Ray players, and one going on that is just Lightning players. And I'll show you guys all that once I get it up and done in my room. I got paintings, not paintings, photo artwork, I guess you call them, canvases with those logos and stuff. And it's going to be, I hope, look really nice. But it's going to be all Bucks. And right now, this is my all-time favorite center, and he's only been playing for 1 year. Because I couldn't name you, aside from Ryan Jensen, another center. And I was not a big Ryan Jensen fan. And I understand everyone loved him because he was a beast. But he was also an asshole, and he seemed to get a penalty every time we needed to not get a penalty. And I talked earlier about this as well when we cleaned the Ricky Waters. I thought I sent this in the previous one, but nope, I'm sending it here apparently. I hadn't known. I wasn't sure if it was in 5 or 6, which is this one. This is the Brett Favre Action Pack rookie. I purchased the complete set of Action Pack rookie and stars for this card. I believe the first shipment I ever sent, I sent this card off. I had it from when I was a kid. So it was just a card I had a long time, and it was a Brett Favre rookie. So I sent it, and it came back a 6, and I was very saddened by that. I didn't expect a 10, but it also, I didn't see a 6. Now this one, I can see the whitening there. I'm not sure if that's on the card or not. I don't know how much the lining up like that matters, so I don't know the situation with this, but I'd like to believe it's better than a 6. And this is what I talk about constantly. This comes back, anything higher than a 6, and it takes the spot, and the Brett Favre 6 is now sellable. And am I going to get my money back for it? No, I'm not. I'm not going to make the $20 that it costs to grade it, much less the cost of the set or anything like that. But I get $4 back. It helps. It's $4 towards the next grading. All right, and then the last card of the shipment is another Mark McGwire. Yes, it didn't skip back in time. I actually pulled 2 McGwires from the 87 box, and I'm sending them both. That means I'll instantly have one to sell, just like, and I haven't yet. We're close to getting set up to sell now, guys. But just like with the Don Mattingly 87, which we're sending 2 as well, but just like with the Troy Aikman 89 Pro set, or the Michael Irving 89 Pro set, or the Deion Sanders 89 Pro set, I sent in 3 Aikmans, 2 Irvings, and 2 Sanders, and they didn't all come back the same, but they all came back the same as each other. I think the Aikmans all came back 8s, the Irvings both came back 7s, and the Sanders both came back 8s or something like that. So That means one can keep and one can sell. I don't really need to pay much attention to which one's which. I have the same number. But I will be buying another one of those Pro Set boxes and hoping to get higher. And I never pulled a Barry, and I'd like to pull a Barry and send that as well. So just for those reasons, we're not even gonna play around. A lot of times I debate back and forth. Is it better to send these two at the same time? And you've probably heard me say it, but my thought process is, if these two cards were both sent individually and they were both 7s, okay? This is a 7 and it gets a 7. This is a 7 and it gets a 7. Well, if you send them together and one of them is clearly better than the other, and they say, well, this one is better than this one, and this is a 7, this is an 8. Or do they say, this one is better than this one, and this one's a 7, so this one's a 6. I'm not sure if that actually plays into anything, or if they can really shut it off and do what's best, what it actually is. So, all right, so here you go, guys. Here's the 11 cards from this. It's the McGuire, James Pierce, Jamar Chase, the Caleb Williams rookie, the Max Clark first Bowman, the autograph Shaq, the Bo-Nose Bo, Ken Griffey Jr. Tri Photo, Luther Burden first Bowman, Nolan Ryan 85 Donruss, the Graham Barton Mosaic, and the Brett Favre Action Packed rookie. We'll add that grouping to this grouping over here, and we'll take all 46 cards, wrap them together, and send them off. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Watch some more videos after this. We've got some sorting videos. On Wednesday, we'll have we're going to do the 87 Fleer or Tops, and then the following Wednesday, we'll do the opposite. So I hope you guys enjoy the videos. Let me know what I can do to make you interact more. I want some more questions, some more comments, and some more thumbs up. And I'll see you soon.